Hello, wabohye, wabavan, wabeve negehai. Menogo view wage no saduk ezeka. Nemani bunge ye a doctor oguname. Today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic. Yes, it's a very sensitive topic which so many people are ignoring. But it is time we pay attention to this side. Good. Let me reduce the music a little. It is time that we pay attention to this side. This is something that is so touching to me personally. And as it was being revealed to me this morning, then it becomes so exciting to talk about. First, I want to say I don't talk to everybody. I always speak to the to the ancient souls, to the old souls. So I know very well I will not make sense to everybody. And I don't also intend to make sense to everybody. So for me, it's okay. It's okay. However you get it, it's okay. But today's message is being topic like this. The failure of African native doctors and how Christianity have benefited from this failure. The failures of African priests, native doctors, babalawo, juju man, herbalists, however you name it to be. The failure and how Christianity have profits from this failure to trap and cage ancient souls, the chaotic beings. Please, I want to state this very clear. This is not a message to attack anybody or to bring anybody down or to destroy anybody's business or anything like that. This is a sacred truth that I was sent to share with you. So you either listen with love or ignore it and move on with what you believe or you do best already. Because the fact is, life is not just happening. Life is manifesting to every action that is coming out of itself. Let me try and explain it again. You are creating life. So, life is a manifestation of your inner thoughts. What do you think? How do you think? Change it, and your life change. Sounds like magic. Yeah, of course it's magic. Life is magical. But please, this is very important to make very clear. I will say it in English and I will say it in Benin. I did not bring up this message just for me to say or talk. This is a divine sacred message that I was told to come and share with the world. And this is why I am doing this. Yes. This is exactly why I am doing this. So please listen to me with love and an open heart. Especially if you are already an herbalist, priest, priestess, native doctor, or babalawo, whatever the spiritual category and the title you carry is. Please listen to me with love. Like I first said in our introduction of Africa Spiritual Ministry, Africa Ancestral Spiritual Ministry, I made it very clear. I made it very clear that we are like two swords. We are like a sword with two faces. The same way we will be touching sometimes the religious side, that's the same way we will be touching the Africa spiritual side, so that we can restructure and rebrand this Africa consciousness, which has been so destroyed and so manipulated by different players. So we are here to restructure and reintroduce it. So ugao hen, ugao bo, kemi no hin, lao ima redo mu na weria or do mo warokpa gboto. So warokpa be take a personal. Koma no everywhere, but mona or here, but one can ya take a personal or any of those things. Ogun ba or ikowe. Ogun na men ovako or ikowe. Ogun ason gun avan or ikowe. Ogun na poko or ikowe. Edien do ya fe or ikowe. Enikaro ya fe no ikwa ogun ne or ikowe. Kunwo bia kunwo ho no ilu ogun ya we mi ne agbon na ni majena or ikowe. Koma no iri ho fim yogo ne fim ba fiame ne. No ri agbon na mo dia ne yeye unwe or ikowe. Kohu no ijowo sin egbe. Na ri ogun gba oge ne or ikowe. Imare doria wina wewa. Imare do mu we gboto. Imavere no marokba. On est dion So don't take it personal. I just said this because lately, I always see some of all this energy. After I give message, I read, they want to come and observe and see all these things. It doesn't call for. I am not your problem. I'm not just your problem. So for you wasting your time to fly all the way to come and check on me, it just shows that you don't have anything doing with your life. So you need an education, because why? That same energy you used to fly to come and visit me, you can use it to do something better for yourself. But no problem. That's why we are here for you, to help you people understand what you can do. Because you people have a lot of access, but you don't really have the basic knowledge how to digest it. Of course, you know yourself. The failure of African native doctors and how Christianity have profit from this is the title of this soul food today. When we talk about Africa's spirituality, what we are trying to say is this big energy that our ancestors have been able to access for a very long time ago. And because of our antique nature, because of how old this system has been, different things has involved in it. For example, your ancestors of 20,000 years ago, who was so spiritually inclined with himself and so deep in himself, has become now a deity. That's why we have trillions of deities, uncountable entities, different spirits, powerful ones, of course. It's because these people, when they were still present here, they were able to access a very higher consciousness, which take them to a very high dimension of their own natural state of being. Hold on, I like my music to play in the background. Okay, now I know why it stopped playing. It will come back again. When energy is present, sometimes technology start malfunctioning. Yeah, but no problem. We know how to rebuild it. Good. That's just it. Just have to pay attention to it. So because of how connected they are to the higher dimension, to the highest realm, that now help their spirits, because like those who follow my soul series, you know already, it's a body, spirit, and soul. So now their soul is wherever it is, but now their spirit has become like a deity. So right now, some, not just some, a lot are coming back to take back a human form, to be able to give again to these present people, especially to the young souls now, to be able to give them again in a way of being like a service. That's why to be a babalawo, no problem. You can distract me. To be a babalawo, herbalist, or a native doctor is not all about being an apprentice and practicing it. Just same way you practice to be a carpenter or a mechanic. No, it's deeper than that. To be an herbalist, an Ifa priest, or babalawo, or jujuma, however people recognize it to be, it's something naturally. It's something you have to be born with. Because you are not born, you're reincarnated. So when you are born with it now, when you come back to life with it now, then That's why it's very good when you give birth to a child at that early age, you fix everything about the child so you know already what the child is and everything. But yes, many become born into a family where it's already so disconnected. But no problem, regardless the scenario of where you are being born into. But as you are growing up, then you start having interests and start trying to remember what you are, what you come to life to do. That is when it is now wise for you to meet another priest or another native doctor and start your apprenticeship. Bini call it iwaise. Automatically, that apprenticeship you are doing there you are not learning. No, you are looking at your mentor, your father, and remember through that process, it helps you remember things your soul knew already. That is how it functions. So you are not just like, I don't have interest in school. I cannot learn mechanic. Let me just go and learn to be a native doctor. And you also just contact one native doctor. That one will say, come, because first he even needs somebody to be helping him holding the meat and the the animals he's killing. So for him, it's even like, oh, happy. Many don't even check an oracle to consult if that is even your calling. Because why? Many African native doctors, many African spiritual leaders, many African, now I'm focusing on the spiritual side because it is our failure that makes religion, people prosper, progress. Although we know it's a false prosperity, which is leading them to a cage of their soul. We know where they end. So we have to just focus on this side because why? When the root is being solid, everything else will automatically take a nice form. The chaos we see is because the root is not being digested. So please listen to me with love, because I will be touching some very sensitive areas right now. So that native doctor right now, who that young man just tell you want to learn how to be a native doctor, his first primary work should be consulting, if not anybody, if not any oracle, consulting Oromila to really first know if this child have chose the right paths of his life, if this is what it is. That is, of course, when the native doctor cannot see it. Yeah, because some can just also easily see it and know without doing any consultations. But many fail to do that because why? Him personally need a helper, which is good. As a priest, you need a helper. Trust me. Of course, you need a helper. So many things you do, there have to always be a helper. But it's wise to know that in the ancient days, you can't just wake up and be a priest. No, you have to be in a priesthood where the king will be the one administering that session. So automatically, it's like another body to the royal family. We still have it in kingdoms today. But it has, the kingdoms, many of African kingdoms has been broken down, that the powers now is being like a big bang to the streets and everywhere. Nothing is really organized anymore. Yes, nothing's really organized anymore. But that's why we come here now anyway, because the chaos is destroying the the chaos now is affecting the higher order. And we have been told now to come and restructure all these things. That's why you have to listen to me with love and free hearts. Don't worry, we don't want to take your food away from your table. Just free your heart and listen to us. So that child become now an iwase, or an apprentice in English, learning that process of being that a priest or native doctor. In Ifa, it can take them like 10 years in Ifa, but different tribes have different how long it takes. Some are even very stubborn. As soon as he just learns some few things, he will just ignore the person who teach him all these things and go and open his own shrine. No, it's not so. The way it should be is when that priest, that obo, that ohen, that babalawo, that native doctor, when that priest receive that request, he have to first do a deeper and strong consultation to understand the nature of the soul of the person. Then, when the person has confirmed that, okay, you are a reincarnated God, or you are a reincarnated priest who want to continue your journey. Wow, good. Then, you will now have to put that child into a process of initiation. There are different types of initiations. I know the word initiations always like, scare people initiated and say, those are just English words. What they are lyrically trying to tell you about initiation is activating of your DNAs. That is really the full meaning of initiation. Like juju bath, juju dance, and all those things. Because it is in that process now, after the person, let's say for example now, the person in Shango spirit is what comes with the person, for example. So after you have initiated the person to Shango and activate that energy inside of him, then that is when Shango will now say, please wash his hand or wash her hand. I want to walk with him. So they will now wash your hand, and that is how you will now become a diviner. Like you can now make an oracle, you can now make things, because why? You have now a partnership. I always tell people, you don't worship deities, you partner with them. It is a relationship. The many native doctors and many herbalists have lost some lost it, some don't even have it, because that's a fact. Some don't have the knowledge, so they make themselves now a slave of their own deity. Yes, but the main perfect ideas is to partner. Is to partner with these spirits, with this deity, with this entity, however they manifest themselves to you. So that partnership becomes a mutual relationship, which continue from there and there. So, but the main concept here right now is that process which that child or that man or that boy gone through, automatically have digested it that this is his own path and this is his own calling. Then after that right now, he or she also need to be lectured. What is the lecturing? Discipline. Very strict discipline. Self-awareness. Because you are a native doctor does not mean you don't have to study anymore. It does not mean you don't have to observe life and learn more. It's not just all about going out in the night and eating with the spirit and coming back. No, it's not just all about that. It's all about paying more focus and being more aware of the nature that is surrounding the reality around you. I know so many of you become so deep and so detached from this reality that you see this reality as nothing. Yeah, it's good, but you have to know that the both side is important. They very important. They very important. So keeping the balance is a very wise choice. But what is the failure? Because I don't want to make it too fast, too long. What is the failure? The failure right now is so many people have choose to become babalawo, a priest, a native doctor, or whatever the title is. So many people have choose this path because of greed. 98% are not being called, sent in along with the church people. But their own is worst. Because those church people, those are just like normal scammer. Same thing a normal Yahoo boy can also do. You know, use nice words, use nice trick, dress nice, make yourself cool, put a nice tie, package yourself. People, you know, others are just like a normal psychological games, which anybody can play if you are just smart enough. But what their own is more dangerous is because they are working with spirits. And many now just end up buying strong charms. Many just end up buying strong charms because they don't even have their own personal deities they relate with. They don't have anything they connect with. So they just believe, so they will not buy charms, put on their tongues and everything. So whatever thing they check for you as oracle and tell you is what you will do. Yeah, so some just will now just project powers to you. And yeah, little things like that, which I don't really want to be really naming. I'm trying as possible as I can for it not to just look like I'm disgracing people or things like that. But what I'm trying to point out right here is that failure, that greed and ego that has been introduced by a lot of so-called native doctors and babalawo has created now a benefit for the Christians. A benefit for the Christians because why? What religion did is to give them fear. Tell them fear about death. Tell them after they die, this is what will happen to them if they don't believe to this. So because those people don't have any knowledge about death at all, so it makes them trapped like hostage. It makes them trapped there like, oh, so what if he die now? What will really happen there? So because he don't know, let me follow, this is the will. You see, you see the game. The failure this side make another side winner. Which is so, it's also how the universe works anyway. Your misfortune is another person's blessing. So it's crazy how it functions. But that is how it is. That is how it is. So, but right now, the ancestors are not happy over this because so many native daughters, so many babalawo, even many scammers now even claiming to be it, which they are not it at all. So it's very important right now to start really creating a sense of community. I know you people have so many associations. Babalawo Association, Witches and Wizard Association, different associations. I know this already. But just having it as a meeting, as an association, is not enough. It's time to really glue it together. It's time to filter it. It's time to check and balance the power. Because why? There has been so many miseducation about what spirituality really represents. And this has created a chaotic consciousness, a chaotic atmosphere in African spiritual conscious self. Imagine as many as native daughters and babalawos we have in Africa. Imagine how all this religion is still winning many souls of Africa. Because you know why? 80% of all these native doctors you see are also the ones doing charms, doing magic, and giving powers to all these pastors. So they are like working together as a teamwork. So on Sunday you will see a pastor in the church shouting, using Akashi to do everything, magic and whatever he's doing. Then on Monday, you will see him bringing the glory back to a native doctor, to his partner. So automatically, they both are now partner working together to destroy your soul. And the same pastor will be in that same church on Sunday, telling his congregation that African spirituality is evil, is demonic, your culture is evil, is demonic. So automatically, who is the loser? You are the loser. Why? You are the one practicing the spiritual system, getting the power and the access, giving it to that tout, which is now, I call them tout because they don't really know anything. That's why they cannot talk without opening the book. They cannot teach, they don't know anything. So only that book now they can use to talk to you, because they have been programmed with everything in their book, and the book is also the only way they can use to program you. That is your people brain box, how they call it. It's the brain box, the aging that move the machine forward. So, but who is the loser here? You pretending to represent our ancestors. That is why I'm sent to talk to you people now. This message is mostly for native doctors and babalawos. It's not even for normal people. So if you're a native doctor or a babalawo, you always follow me. Please listen to me with love. I have absolutely nothing against anybody, and this is just a divine message of love to help you start seeing it from a different corner. Because you know why? All those things you are giving to all those pastors or all those things, they are using it to steal the souls. And those souls are your soul tribe. You come from the same soul tribe. You will be dealt with. Somebody just call you and say, somebody insert me. I want you to deal with the person for me. And the person just give you ordinary 50 euro. So it's not go up to, let's say, 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. And you, what you really do, because you know it, just go, knock the thing, the wall, big, you really just, no, now, please, it's not so. All those things. But it's very difficult for you to curate, especially when you don't have the knowledge.